Hey there, everybody, fellow runners today especially. It's just me, Ted 1969 here on YouTube, and anyhow, what we're looking at today is my winter running gear that I've got laid out. It's December 1st of 2019, so we finished off November. I got over 100 kilometers. I'm pretty proud of that, considering I'm only running 3 times a week. And yeah, so today is, what did I say it was? -1 feels like -7 degrees Celsius. So I'm deciding what I want to run. And I'm hearing a lot of newer runners that are just running their first winter, wondering what they're going to be using. So today we'll take a look at some of the gear I have and what works for me. So we'll go through it. Today is not as cold as it gets. In Canada, it can get as low as -30 and sometimes -40 degrees Celsius, and I'll run in those things. It's not fun, but you feel awesome when you're done. It's all really just a question of good layering. And today, I won't go too crazy with my stuff because when it does get cold, I don't want to be too acclimatized to my warmest stuff, and then it won't serve me as well when the time comes that I need it the most. So we'll start off with the base layers and work our way out, I guess. Nothing too fancy going on, just some regular dry fit underwear. And laugh if you must, there are other options that are more technical. I just like a basic straight wool sock. These go either if I'm running compression shorts or whatever, I just leave the ankles show and people can laugh if they have to. And I've got this running tights that I use here, and they just go right underneath those. I can put them over the top if I want to look cute, I don't know. So that's the running tights. They're a certain thickness, nothing too much there. So it's a spandex poly mix, and these ones are a little more thermal. Saucony brand here. I'll wear these on a colder day. The only beef I've got about them is the zippers on the back of the ankles busted early on, so I usually just let the socks roll up around the legs of those. Uh, I can go either with a nice dry fit t-shirt as the base layer, or if it's a little cold, like quite cold, I'll wear, this one's by Champion. It's cold dry, duo dry. Anyhow, it's a nice warm long sleeve top. Jackets, I have a few to choose from. This one's by Solomon. It's quite old. I think I got it in 2012, so it's 7 years old now. And that is one that I wear often. It's kind of worn now, but it's got this nice, almost like light fleece inside, and then outside that's just feels like your usual dry fitish kind of fiber. So that's what I like to have for that on a regular day. So that's Solomon. And couldn't find this just after I moved, and I was a little concerned about cold weather runs coming up. My lovely partner bought me this. It's Icebreaker brand. It's a merino wool jacket. It's got a nice pocket for putting a phone in, as does the Solomon jacket there on the same left breast pocket. Two side pockets. I don't know how waterproof it would be, but the beautiful thing about wool is, even if it does get wet, you're still warm. And it's got a thinner layer here on the sides. It's rightly a hiking jacket. And I've worn it hiking so far, and it's awesome for that. But it is rigged to be dynamic motion, so works really well there. Other jackets that I have, got a shell. If you're in Canada at all, you know Running Room. I don't know if they have them in the States or any other parts of the world. It's a nice reflective jacket, fairly bright color, especially in the winter. Everything's white around here anyway. You want something that contrasts with that white, so blue is a nice color, red's a nice color. The other jacket I have there is blue, so that's what works for me there. This is another Running Room jacket. It's one of their Resolution Run jackets, and I think this is probably also from around the 2012 or 2013 vintage. They do these Resolution runs every New Year's Day, and if you register and pay the full price, you get a jacket out of it. So it's a nice winter jacket. I'll wear it on a colder day too. Gloves, I wear these, and these are just head. They're different thicknesses. These ones have the phone touch thingies, so that works for me. And if it's really, really cold, what I've been known to do is I'll take regular leather work gloves and I'll put those over the top of these and layer them up. I'll also have some old woolen mittens that I've had forever. I think since I was a kid that aunts made for me, and I'll wear those sometime as well. But it's all in layering really, and then you can always stuff stuff in your pockets or your hydration backpack if you need it. The other important thing for winter running is lighting. And you can't be bright enough, especially if you're running early morning or towards the evening. If you've had a busy day and you got to get out in the dark, or it's going to get dark by the time you be back, you want at least passive or active visibility to wear so you're seen. And I usually run where I can see what I'm doing and my night vision kicks in pretty well. But if I need to be seen or to see where I'm going, I got this year, and it's a Zephyr Fire 300. I think it's good for 360 lumens. It also comes with an alarm that's quite loud, and there's a red tail light as well. So it's bent, and so as you're running, you hold it, and it's already pointing to the road, so you don't have to have your wrist held at a weird angle. What else are we looking at? For hats, I can go with just a regular summerish hat, which I almost never wear in the summer because I overheat really bad, even though I'm bald, and I'll overheat really quick if I wear too much in the summer. So that's fallen up. I've got an Arc'teryx toque that's a wool blend with something. Might be a bit of spandex in it because it's stretchy. And then I've got this dry fit buff that I got, and this works really well in the cold. And what's nice about it is because it's a buff and it goes right through, I find even if I have it flopping over my head like while I'm wearing it, so say that's my head and it's on and it's kind of flopped over, I find heat still kind of vents out the end there, so it works really well for that. I've worn that on minus 30 runs and made out just fine, and you can always kind of pull it down lower or double it up if you need to, and it still leaves you a little bit of coverage. So that's worked really well for me. Not sure if I'm missing anything or not, but I just wanted to show everybody what I'm using. And I do have other gloves that are thinner. They're a North Face brand. They're very thin, but they're nice for those crispy fall days or maybe very early winter where it's just meriting something to keep your hands warm so you're not using all your calories to keep warm and you can put some into your run. So that's what I use. Today I'm probably going to go with the red jacket, and I think the long compression tights here, and my wool socks. And I'm kind of torn whether I'm going to use the short sleeve or the long sleeve shirt. This is very hot, so I think I'm going to save that for another time.